this is my 1980 C3 Corvette. I've had this car since 2010. Just this year, I finally started the restoration process with a full LS swap and a conversion from a automatic to a manual Tremec T56 transmission. Anyways, this is my project car, right? So I'm not interested in it looking like a show car. I don't want that and never do. This is a drivable race car. That's what I want. So some of the things that you see me do, they sacrifice the collectability of the car. I don't even know how to say it, but anyways, I'm taking this car to my grave. Never gonna resell it. Some people are like, oh, you put all this money into it, you'll never get that money out. I'm not looking to get that money out. I don't care. I just care about enjoyment and making the car mine. People are like, oh, those seats, they're not comfortable. They're definitely not. They're horrible. The original seats were way more comfortable, but these seats are badass. I'm still actually on the fence about the seats. I'm gonna do what I want to this car, contrary to anybody's opinions on what I should do to the car. Look at it, if this was like a 1967, Impala or, 72 Charger or something, it'd be a different story. I would want to preserve every single piece on that car. But this is a 1980 C3 Corvette. These cars are meant to have fun with. I just want it to be a raw, dirty rat racer, knock people's panties off on the side of the road kind of a car. Anyways, let's continue with the progress. I'm working on the seat, I'm working on the carpet. Probably gonna do some trim on the outside. I just wanna make progress. So let's just have fun with it. Happy almost weekend, everyone. Thank you for watching. If you missed any videos in the series, I'll link them here. Let's go. First things first. First things first. All right, so last week I did a bunch of weather strip glue here to keep that panel down. I've let it dry all week. Let's take the towels off and see if it's made any progress. And if I'll be able to add that extra piece of carpet back there. It actually worked. It looks like it's coming up on that side, but it's not. It's actually where the carpet separates from the actual, like, this plastic bracket. Wow, I'm pretty pleased right now. Well, that's good. Family heirloom. 46 by 4.5. So shockingly enough, OC Carpet gives you extra carpet for door panel pockets, which I didn't need. Using a little fire to heat up the edges so that they don't fray and don't get all that fuzzy stuff all over the place. The glue that I have decided to use for this project is Gorilla Glue. I spent so much time in the glue aisle trying to, pick the right glue for the application. I've never used this Gorilla Glue, but I do like Gorilla Glue as long as you don't get that stuff that expands. That stuff sucks. But this stuff is pretty darn good. And I'm gonna waste a glove. God, I love these gloves so much. Help anybody who gets this car after I die someday and tries to take the carpet off. I mean, they would be like, what the? They would probably dig up my grave just to beat me. This is the kind of shit that it's like I'm creating justice for all the cars that I've run into freaky deaky stuff with. Is that what they call restitution? Alright, I think this is gonna be good. Just gotta make sure not to get it on anything as I put it in the car. Okay, so you see that panel back there? The goal today, like every day, is to not get frustrated. This panel is where that screen would go, the rollout screen. Actually, it doesn't look bad. I'm never going to put that screen back because I don't want to. I want to be able to see my back, rear, trunk, whatever. This tray, this brand new beautiful tray, where I'm going to put belongings. There we go. Nice. And now the journey begins. Wow, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I was like, carpet, panel, screws, frame? How hard could this be? How hard? I'll tell you how hard. These are the screws that I got at True Value that are gonna work just perfectly. one bad thing about, no, there's many bad things about not using your OEM parts. You know, all the stupid things that sneak up on you that you have to do to tight enough. That's what she said. I can't help but space out and think about all the horror movies that had like people dying on you know, table saws. I don't know, I think it was like Carrie or something. I saw it when I was a kid, and I remember this girl, she takes this guy, I think it's like prom, and she takes this guy into like a, maybe it was like a workshop class in their high school, and this guy thinks he's gonna get lucky. So she's like trying to get him on this table to do some like, you know, sexy stuff with him. And he's like laying on this table, and he didn't realize it was a table saw table with like a giant one of these, and she reaches over and she turns it on, and I vividly remember like him like he was like, you know, being sawed in half. And then the other thing I think about is that Johnny Cash movie. Brother was sawing all that wood and the saw got him, he died. That's what I think about. I'm sawing tiny little pieces. Thinking about table saws taking my life. Don't you? Isn't that what everyone thinks about? Isn't that normal? I'm actually a fairly, and I say fairly in a very gentle way, but I'm a really OCD person, and I don't like to do things that aren't right. And I think that's why one of the reasons why I like working on cars so much is I let a lot of that go, and I find myself doing things that make me uncomfortable, like this, but it's kind of therapeutic to do it and live with it. So there. And again, if anybody ever has this car after I pass away, I'm sorry. I apologize. If you're watching this in like the year 3000, yep, I did what you think I did. This was me. I did it. That was a fail. I know what I have to do. No, it's not gonna do it. So sadly, I got a little crazy and I cut this one too short, which is why I'm doing this. I have an idea. And without these little spacer brackety things that go behind these locks, the locks won't stay on and they'll just kind of be loose and pointless. Why don't I add some glue and really do it in? It's amazing how long that took, because the new crappy ones, they don't have the same thickness between the lock and the door as the nice quality OEM ones that I can't use. So I had to cut the metal spacers, and then I cut one of them too short, so it wasn't giving me enough resistance to hold the lock in place. So I put electrical tape around it, and I put a zip tie around it. I'll get the proper metal spacer soon, but I want to get these doors on. So I can't bring myself to throw these away because they're so nice. I mean, I'll never be able to use them again, but maybe, I don't know. It's just like, you know, they're actually fiberglass. There's just this plastic frame around them. So I almost feel like I could reuse them. Like if I was able to crack this plastic frame off, pull the old carpet off. Anyways, I'm gonna keep them. Finally, the fun part. I get to build the new compartments on my sticky table. So I take my new frame that I got, and I just have to transfer the back, I don't know how you call them. They're like metal pieces, and they keep the lock actually functioning as a lock. So I have to take them off of the old one, and I'm also going to wire wheel them because they're ugly and kind of rusty. And then I just put them on the new ones. Easy peasy. Jeepers creepers. I didn't think it was gonna take this long to do these door panels. There's so many pieces to it. I mean, these weird door panels, they made them so complicated. Like the base, the carpet, the frame, the lock holder, the dowel, the main frame. This is insane. Literally, jeepers creepers. Nice, so it's not too hot today. Got a good breeze going. And I'm also like not stuck in the back of the car. That's usually daunting. Time to put it inside the car. In case you're not aware, I think that now is a really good time to bring up something. I put my pants on inside out today. Yep, that's the outside of the pants that's the inside on the outside. I did this entire video with my pants inside out. I think it's classy, cool, innovative. That's the tag that you can see on the back of my pants. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I was editing this video and I saw my pants on the wrong side. I think that's a new low. The screws that fit the best are these T15s. And I didn't want to use them because I didn't want to get back out of the car to get the proper tool. But these fit really well, so it shall be these. Just a typical Saturday working in the back of this Corvette with my pants on inside out. These screws, there's a lot of them. And they didn't line up perfectly, but enough of them lined up to let me sleep at night. All right. Okay. For anyone who doesn't know this was a huge undertaking. My goodness. So I put that extra black strip there. Everything's glued down. These took days to get right, and I still have to get some self-tapping screws to secure it on this side. Otherwise, holy crap. I mean, again, I still have to secure this, so don't judge me, but it looks really, really, really good. That one's not latching yet, and I don't care if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But, whoa. Obviously, I'm still gonna vacuum it. I have the rear kick panels or speaker covers speaker covers, they're not kick panels, don't crucify me. So speaker cover things to add there. And then I'm also gonna mess with the seat bracket. I didn't get to today, and that's totally fine. I will get to that. I did this, took a lot of time. It looks great, very excited about it. Man. Well, it wasn't all of the progress that I wanted to make. I thought I was going to put the rear window molding on today too. That didn't happen. I might come back. Yeah, so I did not do the rear molding, and I did not mess with the brackets on my seat. So my seat's still not down. You know, it's not planted yet, so it's just hanging out. Seat just hanging out. Can't really drive it with a seat just hanging out. Don't tempt me. I would. So yeah, but the rear carpet looks phenomenal. I think actually the seat's kind of growing on me too. Well, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss any videos about my seat and my carpet in this never-ending C3 Corvette project progress. Okay, so you know, last week I cut holes in my carpet so I could have access to the brackets for the seat belts and stuff like that. I don't know why I can't speak, but you know, there's bolt holes and I need to cut holes in the carpet to access them. So I had to cut these little squares out. Anyway, somebody commented and they were like, here's a hack. Heat up a socket and it will melt through and create a nice clean hole. And in theory, that sounds incredible. Yeah, I already cut the holes, but I could definitely clean them up. So you know what? I'm gonna give it a try. This is for you. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna heat it up with this torch. Nice and hot. Yo, hold on, I'm gonna do some more. I can't believe how good this looks. So I never thought about this hack, and I had so many people comment like I should use a soldering iron or a hot screwdriver. One of my dear fans, William, he suggested that I use a hot socket. And oh my gosh, where has this hack been all of my life? Incredible. Thank you so much.